Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Lobotomy, where we're currently playing the scenario called The Mist, and we're just about to start episode 13. I don't think there were any problems with episode 12, so we'll get straight into episode 13, and I think it's turn 24, and our first player is going to be Helena Swan. So let's get across to the player area and we'll do all of our cooldowns, and then we will crack on with the character phase. And here we are at the player area. So cooldowns, Helena Swan gets her hypnotising eyes back, which is great, and her firewall goes down to 1. After her, Bernard's got a couple of cooldowns. Dual wield goes down to 2, and hit and run goes down to 2. Looking at Beatrice, Dancing Queen, that came in last turn, that goes down to 2. And finally we have Nicholas. His shifting strike goes down and his room by room goes down. So that is all of our cooldowns. As mentioned, I do this right at the beginning of the turn because if I did it at the beginning of every character, then I'm bound to forget. So if I do it right at the beginning of the turn, we know where we're up to. Okay, Helena is first player. Let's get to the board and see what she's going to do. And here we are back at the board with Helena. She is just down here with the yellow base. Now, I've made a bit of a balls up here thinking about it. What I should have done, because of the nature of the mist, and we need to find the misty quadrant, which is currently quadrant A, which is up there. I should have moved to the centre of the board, really. If I'd moved to the centre of the board, it doesn't matter which quadrant that the mist is in, whether it swaps, we can just easily get to the quadrant. It does mean that all the monsters can easily get to us because it's not as far to get to the middle of the board, but we're pretty tough now. We've got a lot of weapons, we've got a lot of skills that we found, and we should be able to pretty much fight anything off. The twins are going to be a problem, but they're elite monsters, but as far as the basic monsters go, we should be pretty much be able to take them on. But I've started going this way, so I'll continue going this way and up here, but I will try and get towards the centre at some point, because eventually we will get one of those blue stars and the misty quadrant will move. But that's just a thought I had in the interim. So let's get on with it with Helena. First thing she is going to do is she is going to attack, because she's got her hypnotising eyes back. That means she gets 8 dice, and she can go up to 1 range. If this attack deals damage, you can move 1 space in any direction and recover 1 health. So she's got no health to recover, but being able to move 1 space will be extremely helpful. So what we're going to do is 8 dice, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously she's going to be attacking this mental patient. It's already got 3 hits on it, so we only need 1 more, but it will have a defense. So what we've got to do is, can we see that? Yes, we can. She hits on a 4+, so essentially we need 2 hits, and she's got 2 6s there and a 5. Doesn't matter, she's rolled a 1 because we're doing hypnotising eyes. She has killed it. So hypnotising eyes, we're going to take a cooldown off it because she's killed a monster. So it's going to go down to 4. And we can get rid of this guy. So that's good. We've got rid of a mental patient. They always are a bit of a pain, so it's good to get rid of those. And she can also move 1. She can move 1 in any direction. She's going to actually move into here where the mental patient was. So that's all a single action. We'll get rid of these dice. And what's she going to do for her second action out of 3? Well, she's going to have a look at this body. Good thing she's doing it. She is our first, because she's our first character to go, it means all the rest of them can do something about it if this happens to be a monster. So is it going to be a monster or is it going to be goodness? It's going to be absolutely rock all. But yeah, we've turned one of these over before. I think we got a weapon. Occasionally you'll turn it over and it actually has a monster on it, in which case it's just a monster playing dead and it suddenly jumps up. So it's always good to have a look at at the body tokens with one of your first characters in a round. Don't leave it till the end of the round. Right, that goes back into the body bag. See what I did there? And unfortunately we didn't get anything from that particular body. So that was her second action, to search a body. When you search a body, you don't have to roll anything. So we didn't have to do any rolls. So she's got one action left. I think she's going to move again. So she's just going to move up to... Oh, in fact, no. She's going to go into space 10. The reason for that is we have a scavenger here. And if he moves 2, 1, and hops over this counter does have a thin white line down the middle, and hops over this counter, he can only get to here, here, or here. You can't actually get to there. So we'll pop her in there, and there are 2 memory tokens in there anyway, so worthwhile her going there. Right, that's it for Helena. Who's next up? Oh, it's Bernard. And here we are with Bernard. He's here. He's got the green base. So what's Bernard going to do? Remember, he's got 4 actions, so he can do a bit. First thing he's going to do is he's going to hop over the counter here, and he's going to search this locker. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll get our locker bag, which is here, and we'll see what we're getting. Here we go. So it was a not a filing cabinet, just a cupboard, and it is 2 successes for a weapon, 4 successes for equipment, and 4 successes for medicine. So it looks like we'll be getting a weapon, if anything. So we'll put that back. I've knocked that over. I'll sort that out later. And we'll just pop this in here. And we've got to do a roll. So let me get some dice. What's his... just checking his imagination, which is 6. So that's 6 dice. Is he getting... I'm not going to use street smarts or anything. So he's just going to roll 6 dice. So we need 4 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 plus for successes. We need at least 2. And we get 2 6s. In fact, we get 3, but it isn't enough to get any equipment or a medicine. It is enough, however, for us to get a weapon. So I'll put this over here because it does not go back in the bag. And the weapon deck. So here's the weapon deck. Let's see what he's found. What he may do is he's got 3. Yeah, he's got temazepam, but that's a medicine, so it doesn't count towards his limit. So he's got a 3 out of 4 inventory limit. So it depends what we get here. A police baton. So that is 5 dice. Gain 1 die against mental patients. This is cool. It's not large, so he can take this, and it's got 5 durability. So he's going to keep that. Excellent. I'll pop it over on his player area, and he's got an extra weapon. Right. Having done that, that is his second action. So 1 to move, 1 to search. He's going to move again for his third action into here, and then for his final action he's going to move again, but he's just going to move up 1. He's going to move up 1 here because I want him to face off with this other mental patient who's just in shot there, and since he's got that police baton, that's very good against mental patients, so he can sort of protect against that guy up there should he move twice. Okay, that is it for Bernard. Next up is going to be Beatrice. And here we are with Beatrice. She's got the purple base cover there, and she's with this mental patient. So she's going to have to deal with him. She can't move out of that space till she does. So she's going to attack him. But she's got her trusty pistol, so that's going to be 5 dice with fire. So that is going to counteract the defence of the mental patient. It's got 1 range, but it's on the same space, so that doesn't count. We get +1 to attack rolls. So come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is her first action. And she gets 4 hits. Yep. There's no defence because it's fire. That is fantastic. This guy, he's gone. So that's another mental patient got rid of. That's brilliant. And we did it with only 1 action as well, which is fabulous. So she's done that. Next up, she's going to move 1. So she's going to move into here. And she's going to pick up this memory token here. So there we go. We've picked up a memory token. So let's get her memory deck. And she's already got 1 generic memory, a memory strip. So hopefully what will happen here is we'll either get something good, or even if we get a second memory strip, we can turn it in for another skill. And she gets memory strip 1. The nurse with the dead gaze came earlier with another tray full of medications. You remember pill after pill being forced down your throat with a silicone glove. Soon the drugs turned into spiders. You can feel them in your stomach, swarming, squeaking, laying eggs. You reach for a sharp object to let them loose. Dun, 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 dun. So we've got to roll an imagination test. If we fail, we'll lose D3 health. So that's pretty nasty. So we'll put a memory deck back. And let's do the rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Right, imagination test. Which is, just got to check, it's been a while. 2d6. And we've got to get less than her imagination, which is 6. So, we'll use the brown dice. They don't seem to roll as well as the green ones. 6. Whoa, just 2 3s. That's brilliant. So we don't have to roll for the damage because she got a 6 or lower. So fantastic. Now she's got these 2 memory strips. So what she's going to do as a free action is she's going to hand these in, and that means that she can pick out a skill. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the skills and I'll come back with what I have chosen. Okay, I'm back. So she's got 2 left. She's got Suck It Up and Imagine That. Now we're going to take Suck It Up. The reason for that is +1 to attack rolls for this turn. With our good friend the pistol, that means she will never ever miss. Yeah, she's currently 3+ to hit. With the pistol it's 2+ to hit. With Suck It Up, if we use this, it's going to be 1+ to hit. So if we ever need to hit anything, you know, always hit, we'll just use this. Yeah. So then we can have a whole turn of just always hitting something. So we're going to take Suck It Up, and we'll leave Imagine That for another time. So that's brilliant. So that is an excellent skill, especially with the pistol. Woo! Good stuff. Right, where are we up to now? So she attacked, killed the mental patient. She moved 1 into here. So that was 2 actions. Her third action was to actually pick up the memory. She had a free action, which was to gain a skill. And so that is, that's the let's just do it again. 1 was an attack action, 2, and then 3 for the memory shrine, wasn't it? She has got an extra action. She can move an extra 1 because she has the artificial leg, remember? So she's actually going to come out here into space 6. That is a bit of a downer because it does mean that this guy is going to be able to attack her. But you know what? Fair enough. I think it was worth it to stop and pick up that particular skill. And it's only a scavenger. It shouldn't be able to kill us, and we still have that healing skill from Helena, so she'll be in line of sight. So if we have to, she will actually heal Beatrice next turn. Okay, that's it for Beatrice. Next up is Nick. And here we are with Nick. He's got the red base just down here. His first 2 actions are going to be to move, so he's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to share this spot with good old Helena. Then he is going to pick up a memory, because he also has 1 memory, a bad memory, a memory strip. And even if we get another bad memory, he can do exactly the same that Beatrice has just done and turn it in for another skill. So pop that over there, and he has to do an imagination test, does he not? So, oh no, he just picks out the memory. Oh! Yep, you just pick out the memory. We might have to do an imagination test depending on which memory picks out. That's it. So we'll do a cut. What do we get? Memory strip 1. Well, we've just read that out. Yep. And again, I would say they should have done a few more of these. They get a bit repetitive. So I won't read it out again. And we're rolling an imagination test, like I said. If we fail, we'll lose D3 health. But we'll see how we go on. I'll just put his memory deck back. And his imagination is a little better. He has 7. So we're going to pick up them 2 3s that we just rolled. And we're going to try and get under 7. Come on, Nick. And he rolls 9. So he's got to roll a D3. So D3s, 1 to 2 is 1, 3 to 4 is 2, and 5 or 6 is 3. So 3, so he loses 2 health, but not too bad. So there we go. He has got 9 health, so that's not too bad. But he now has 2 of these memories, memory strip 1 and memory strip 2, that he can get rid of. And he certainly will get rid of them. And he's going to pick up one of his skills. So it won't be a moment. I'll just go and get his skill deck and we'll see what he picks. Okay, I'm back. So the 2 he's got left are Maniacal Laughter, which is a defense of cost none. And it's only got a cooldown of 2. Monsters on your space attack you instead of other characters, so that could be very helpful. A Noise Complaint, which has a cooldown of 5. Its defense costs none. Move all non-boss monsters from adjacent spaces to your space. They need to have a legal path to your space. So if they're non-ethereal, they can't move through walls, for example. But if they're ethereal, they can move through walls and that'll be allowed. Which one are we going to pick? I think we'll take Noise Complaint, yeah. And it may come in. We may need to drag some non-boss monsters away from our other characters. So he'll take Noise Complaint and we'll put Maniacal Laughter back. And we'll pop Noise Complaint there. Right, oh, so that is it for him. He moved twice, 1, 2, and then he checked a memory out. Lost, it was a bad memory. He lost a couple of health, but he has managed to get another skill. Okay, that's it for Nick. That is it for the character phase. Let's move into the monster phase. And here we are at the monster phase. We'll just keep zoomed in for now. And what we get is, yes, a good old movement card. Let's see what we get. First up, no event this time. See, we've got the old blue star. That means the mist is going to move. So we're going to have to roll for which quadrant it's going to go in. Before we do that, we've got a memory shrine and we've also got warden movement. So let's see where they go. The memory shrine is going to B8. So we'll take one of these that we just picked up, put it in B8. That is in the guard room, right in the top right hand corner. I don't think we'll be going back there. Then we've got to roll, oh no, then we've got warden movement. The warden moves to B3. And yeah, we're going to have to get a move on, otherwise the warden is going to beat us. He only has to get to B12, remember, because we're on the second scenario. And we can't knock him back now. I think everybody apart from... Oh no, Beatrice could knock him back by doing nothing in a turn. Remember my house rule. But we really need her to do all the beating up. So it'd be pretty bad if she's got to knock him back. Right, so he's moved blue. The blue means we've got to find out where the mist is going to go. It's currently on quadrant A. We could do with it coming to quadrant D. That'd save us a lot of time. Let's see if we get lucky. And it goes to B, unfortunately. So absolutely opposite to where we wanted it to go. Because now we're on totally the wrong side of the board. We're on D. B is right over there. Yes, I should have headed towards the centre, and then when it moves, it just doesn't affect us whatsoever. So what we're going to have to do now is we're all going to have to move that way. Yeah. I should have thought about that before I did start moving this way. And the best thing to do with the twins and the mist, I think, is just get right into the middle. We are pretty tooled up. It does mean the monsters will be able to get to us a lot easier, but yeah, it'll just be a lot easier to generate the twins, I think. Okay, right, so that is it, apart from monster movement and spawning. So I'll do the monster movement, come back, and we will do the spawn. Okay, I've done all the monster movement. They're all coming towards us. This guy's getting towards Bernard, but we have Mr. Scavenger, who gets a move of 2, 1, 2, so he's going to attack Beatrice. Scavengers, let's just remind ourselves of what they do. Here's the scavenger card. So they roll 5 dice and they've got precision. Yeah, so that's bad news. And they hit on a 5+. Let's just remind ourselves what precision is. I need reminding myself. Precision, yes. If we roll a 6, that's before bonuses. It will ignore the enemy's defense, but we haven't got any anyway because it's Beatrice. So that's the downside of Beatrice. She's a killing machine, but she doesn't have any defense whatsoever. So precision's really not going to count here. As long as he gets a 5+, he's going to hit anyway. So it's 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She cannot use Dancing Queen. So she's just going to have to take these on the chin. And what have we got? 4s miss, 1 miss, 1 miss, 2 5s. So that's 2 hits off the scavenger. So she's took 3 hits and in total. And that means she's got 4 health left. But that's okay. Yeah, we don't mind. She could have spent an insanity to roll a defense die, but while she's still got plenty of health left, she's still got 4 left, we're not going to bother. And yeah, she's just going to take her lumps and kill this guy next turn. Kill this guy next turn, and then what we're going to try and do is I think we're going to head for the central tile, and that's just going to save us a lot of grief when we get blue stars, I think. Alright, so what's left? The spawn is what's left. So we have a scavenger and we have a mental patient. So let's just roll for those. D2. Oh, I've started rolling Ds now. So what was first up? The scavenger. So we've got a scavenger on D2. And we've got a roll again for a mental patient. And that's going to... That's a 9. That's going to B9. Well, mental patient right up on the right hand, top right hand quadrant, just outside the guard room up there. So that's great. I'll pull out, I'll just show you where everything is, and then we will get on with turn 25. Okie dokie, so we can get rid of that on the movement deck. Pop that up there. And let's just move this out of the way as well. Put that there. Alright. Yes. That's where the mental patient went, just up there. That's where the memory shrine went, top right hand corner. And the other guy went into D2 down here. So he's going to be a problem because he's a scavenger and can move twice. All these guys, they were just heading in this direction. And this bod came here. And this guy was maintaining his long trek from the water, the sort of, I think it's, what is it, a sort of water tank room over there in the top left hand. He was coming all the way down here. So he's carried on. And that's it. Oh, and there's the warden. The warden's got to B3 here. As soon as he gets to B12, we're in trouble, because we will have lost the scenario. As I mentioned, we'll carry on to see how much we lose it by. We won't have a showdown with the warden because it's just a complete waste of time. But yes, he's got what, nine more moves and he will hit that spot, so we're gonna have to get a move on. We still haven't killed any of the twins whatsoever, and we've got to kill 3 of them, remember. Right, so that's it. That's the end of turn 24. Let's get on with turn 25 and cooldowns. And here we are at the player area. Our first player is now going to be Bernard, so we'll move that up there. Cooldowns. His dual wheel goes down to 1, and hit and run goes down to 1. And Beatrice killed somebody, didn't she? She should have moved her dancing queen down 1, and then we'll get rid of it now because the cooldown goes down again. So nearly forgot about that. Nicholas, he didn't kill anybody, so he just loses 1 off his room by room and 1 off shifting strike. And Helena gets another 1 off hypnotising eyes, and she gets firewall back. That could be extremely useful because we have an absolute load absolute load of things coming through that little suite of rooms that we just passed through. So she might be able to pop a firewall in there, and that'll be fantastic. Okay, right, so that is it for all the cooldowns. First player is going to be Bernard. Let's get back to the board. And here we are with Bernard. One thing, one model I forgot to move. This guy. So he moves 2 actually. He goes 1, 2. So he's in space D5. Don't forget, that's fell off now. They belong to this guy who walked through the fire earlier. Okay, right, Bernard. Now, he could attack this mental patient, and he could use that police baton, but the thing is, we're going to have to really crack on, and we've got to start by trying to generate these twins onto the board. So what he is going to do is he is going to run. Now, he gets 4 actions, so with his extra 2 for running, as long as he doesn't do anything else, that is 6 movement points. So he's going to use all 6. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to get right into the centre of the board here. And yes, he's going to start, we're going to get a load of things all around us, but hopefully we will be able to kill a lot of them as well. We are quite tough now. So let's get into the central part of the board, and then we can start trying to generate these twins. So that's Bernard's go. He's legged it to the centre of the asylum. Next up is going to be Beatrice. Here we are with Beatrice. She's got the purple base here, and she's on the same space as a scavenger, the one that attacked her last turn, and she doesn't take kindly to being attacked. So she's going to fire at point blank range at this guy with her pistol, and that's going to be 5 dice with fire. Doesn't matter because the scavenger doesn't have any defence anyway, and we only need to get 3 hits. Should easily do that because we get +1 for every dice, and she hits on a 3+ anyway. So we've got a 6, that 4 becomes a 5, that other 4 becomes a 5, and in fact they were all hits if you add 1 to them. So she's blown this guy away, get rid of him. That is fantastic. That's her first action. For her second action, she's going to use her artificial leg, and she's going to hop over here, and she's now 1 away from this guy. Yep, so this is going to be her, I think the artificial leg, is it? That's a free move action. I think she could have moved again last turn. I don't think I did it as a free move action, did I last turn? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. So she's hopped over here as a free action. Means she's still got 2 attacks left. It's another scavenger, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. She is going to fire. And yeah, shit's on a 3+. It was only it's only 1s where she's not going to hit. She got so that's 3 3s, a 4 and a 5. All of those hit, and we kill another scavenger, which is fantastic. Right, so attack, free movement. Still got 2 actions left. She is going to go 1, 2. She's going to go this way. Yeah, she's going to attempt to open this door next turn, or perhaps we can get Nick up there to use his special abilities just to like kick it in, and we're going to get right in the middle there. So that's what we're doing there. So that is it for Beatrice. Next up is going to be Nick. And here we are with Nick. He's got the red base. He's over here. And he is going to run as well. So he's got 3 actions +2. As long as he uses them all on movement, that gives him 5 movement points. So he's going to go 1. He's going to hop over the counter. 2. 3 into here. And 4 into there. And 5. He's going to go right next to this door, because he's going to be, next turn, he's going to be the one barreling through the door, and we're going to meet up with Bernard in the centre there. So, again, ooh, phone's gone off. That's it for his turn. He just did a run. We've decided we need to get to the central part of the asylum, because this mist keeps moving around. Next up is Helena. And here we are with Helena, and I've just realised that I've been rolling over there, haven't I, and you can't see it. Sorry about that, but for example, if it doesn't fall off, that was my last roll. I haven't took it out, so apologies for that. You're not being able to see the roll. It's a bit of a pain. Duh. So sorry about that. You probably didn't see the first roll either. So in fact, what we'll do is we'll redo them. We'll redo them because you couldn't see them. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but it'll make me feel better. So, the first attack she did, 5 dice on the first scavenger. Yes. So, 3+ she hits on. She gets +1 for everything. So, yeah, killed the first one. And we'll just re-roll for the second guy as well. And yeah, she missed with 1. That 1 didn't hit, but all the rest did, because that 1 only came up to a 2 when you had 1 onto it. But she still got 4 hits in, and they only have 3 health. So she did kill both of them. Yeah, sorry about that. That was not in shot. Bit of a downer. back to Helena's turn. She is going to run as well. She's got 3 actions, so +2, because that's all she's doing is moving. Is 1, hop over the counter, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to go into there as well. And that is it for our character phase. Next up, it's the monster phase. And here we are at the monster phase. Okie dokie. First things first, we get a movement card. I've also moved that into shot so I don't forget. What a donut. But there we go. And what do we get? No event this time. We're doing well on those. I've pulled about 6 of these in a row. And what do you know? It's the good old blue star. So we're going to have to move the mist once again. We get another memory shrine. Let's just roll for where that's going to go. So the memory shrine is going to C5, which is over in the office tile. Yes, there's a horrendous like operating theatre that it's gone in. So that's where that is. We've got no warden movement, so that's good. And oh yes, we've got to roll for where the mist is going. Now if it's D quadrant, that helps us out. Come on. And it is D quadrant. Yay! So we got a bit of luck at last. Brilliant. So I'll just move the mist token to D quadrant. There we are. So we know the mist is in there. And anything that we kill in here now, any basic monsters, we can do a roll, and if we succeed, the twins will appear, and then we can start trying to kill the twins. Remember, we've got the wooden cross. I think Bernard's got that, and Beatrice is just a beast anyway. So let's start killing them, and let's see if we can win this second scenario and win the game, because I've decided we're only going to do 2 scenarios, so good stuff. Oh, but we'll have to be quick, because who knows when the mist is going to move again. So it's just moved twice in a row there, so that's a bit of a pain. Next up is monster movement, and then we've got to do some spawning. The spawn is actually a mental patient and a nurse. Ooh, nurses. Ew, nurses. Tough. Okay, right, I'll do the monster movement, try and remember every single model this time, and then we will do the spawn. I shall be back in a moment. Okay, I've moved every model for a change. As you see, we're getting a bit of a conga line up here, and they're all heading for the central tile now, because that's where everybody is. These guys, they're coming out, and they're going to go this way as well. There's a couple in B quadrant. They've got to go the long way round. There's a guy up there, the guy coming from the water tower. He's just carrying on. And this guy, he's just going to turn the corner and walk along here. Good thing about him is he counts as he's well in D quadrant. So we've got a good chance of killing him. And hopefully we generate some twins, which will be good. All right, okay. So we've got to do our spawn. Our spawn is... Let's bring that out. We have a mental patient first, and then we have the nurse. So where's the mental patient going? B8. A mental patient model. B8 is the guard room, top right hand corner. So that's okay, he's well out of the way. And where's the nurse going? The nurse is going to B1, so she should be quite out of the way as well. Yeah, she's going to have to go the long way round because there are a couple of locked doors that she can't get through. So that's good. Because, yes, they're pretty tough, our nurses, so her having to go the long way round, we're not going to cry about that. Okay, I'm going to pull out, going to show you where everybody is and where we're up to, and then we'll call it a day. And here we are, so we can see the whole board. I'm just going to move the first player token, so it'll be Beatrice next turn. She'll be going first. As regards where everything is, we got a guy in there, B8, a mental patient. The nurse went to B1 here. As you can see, everybody's coming towards the central tile now because that's where we're heading. The mist is in D quadrant, but all these guys count as being in D quadrant because they're in both C and D. This guy is in D, so we should have plenty of opportunities here to generate the twins. We've got these people coming in. There are a couple of scavengers here. They move very quickly, so we're going to have to probably deal with them. But, you know, it's the name of the game. It's Lobotomy, and it's all about killing lots of things. So we can get rid of that. And we'll put the movement deck back. So how have we got on? Pretty good. We're a set of killing machines now. We're going to have a bit of a problem if we get swarmed. But we do have firewall, so that should thin out this conga line here. We're going to have trouble with the epics. The epics are a lot tougher than the basic monsters. As it is now, we've got pretty tooled up, and the basic monsters are not much of a threat unless, as I say, we get, you know, mobbed. But we shouldn't get mobbed because we've got a conga line that we can pick off one by one. If we can generate these twins, then we put Beatrice into full-on, like, nutter mode. And we've got Bernard, who actually has the cross. In fact, he might give the cross to Beatrice. And Beatrice can just do all the killing. She is an absolute beast. Helena, I think she is going to have to heal up Beatrice. She has took a few hits. And but Bernard's got Temazepam. And that's got 3 uses, and that heals 1 health, so perhaps he'll give her the Temazepam as well. Remember, medicines don't count to your inventory, and anyway, she's got a backpack anyway, Beatrice, so she's just basically our MVP, Beatrice. She's a beast, and hopefully she's going to bring this game home for us. And yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Get in there now. Now I've sorted out my tactics properly. Because of the mist and the way it shifts around, get to the central tile. If the mist had been our first scenario, we'd have been in trouble. Because just staying in the central tile, we wouldn't have had the skills we've got now. We wouldn't have had the weapons we've got now. And yeah, we'd have been in a bit of a bind probably, staying on the central tile. But now we've got those skills, now we've got those weapons, going to the central tile isn't as bad. We've led these guys a merry dance. I mean, what did we do? Went to B quadrant, then C quadrant, then D quadrant, and it's pretty much spread the monsters out. So I don't think we'll get mobbed. And 4 of us all together should be able to support each other, kill them, hopefully kill them while they're in D quadrant, generate the twins, and then we could try and kill those 3 sets of twins and win the game. All right, hope you enjoyed that. I did. As I say, I really like this game. It's not getting many views for me. I don't think other people particularly like watching it. But as regards playing it, I would recommend playing it. It does need, as I mentioned right at the beginning, the odd house rule, because it can be really tough. The scaling isn't... It's not quite correct. It should be easier at the beginning than it is. Once you actually get a few weapons and a few skills, then, you know, you can coast a bit more. But right at the beginning, it's a real tough ask right at the beginning. So if you start with an easy scenario like Asylum Field Day like we did, and a few house rules, you can get through the first scenario, and then you really begin to enjoy the game. It's very tactical, it's very strategic, and it's a lot of dice chucking, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, right. But yeah, it doesn't appear that the viewing public like it that much, but there you go. Okay, we should finish it quite quickly now, I think. I'm thinking another couple of episodes, and yeah, we should get there. Okay, right, anyway, that is it for episode 13, which was not unlucky for some. In this case, we did pretty well. And all that remains is to thank you for subscribing, for all the views, and for all the help and support. Thank you very much. Anybody who's noticed any errors, please let me know. And if I don't flash them up while I do my editing and spot them then. Yes, any errors that you spot that I haven't, please let me know and I will try and fix them for next time. Anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you very much. Similarly, anybody who's been to the video threads on BGG, left a comment, left a like or geek or anything like that, thank you so much. Big shout out to my followers on Instagram, on Facebook, and what's the other one? Twitter, that's the other one. Thanks a lot. And I think that is pretty much it, isn't it? Nothing else to say other than I hope you join me next time, those of you that are still watching, for episode 14 of Lobotomy and The Mist, as it is now. And yeah, so that is it. I shall see you next time. Toodaloo.